Hello everyone, hope you all are doing great. And in today's video we are going to be talking about a rounded corner. So let me go ahead and pull up the demo that we're going to be building, the problem that we're going to be solving. So let me pull up the demo for that. Alright, so here's what we're going to be building today. So we're going to be building uh, basically a rounded corner utility. Okay, so basically if you have run into this issue where you're trying to round certain corners, so basically currently the corner radius modifier applies evenly to all the corners, right? But what if you have to actually, if you want to choose which corner you need to round to maybe like create a leaf effect or something like that, right? How would you go about doing that? Okay, so we need a solution, a common solution, a solution that can be used over and over, sort of. So in that case, we're going to be building something that will make our view work like this. So these sliders are just for demo purposes, that you can actually change the corner radius. So I can show you, like, how you can change the corner radius and different corner radius. How do they take effect? Sort of like that, right? But yeah, if you, for example, want to create something like this kind of corner radius, you can actually create that, right? And if you want like something a little bit different for sort of like a message bubble or something like that, you can actually use corner radius to basically create something similar that way as well. Now all this is possible with one simple view that we're going to create in this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this so we can see how we can actually corner the radius, certain radius, how we can apply corner radius to certain corners only. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and hop into the video now in the Xcode. All right, so first thing first, what we're gonna need is basically a common way of setting this. Now the best way to actually set the corner radiuses is to create a shape. So we're going to create our custom shape. So let's go ahead and create a struct rounded corner, and this is going to basically conform to shape protocol. And then okay, rounded corner example 1. All right, then we're gonna have two properties that it's gonna basically need. So we're gonna have radius, CG float type, just give it a default of infinity, and then we're gonna need corners. Okay, and we're gonna use UI rect corner for this purpose, because it actually gives us access to basically if you want to round the corner for bottom left, right, top left, right, and all corners, right? And by default we're gonna say we want all corners. Okay, with that we're gonna basically create the function path, and we're gonna use Bezier Path. So UI Bezier Path, and UI Bezier Path has an overload that takes a rounded rectangle, which is this rectangle right here where we are actually applying this modifier, right? So we're gonna get the rect right here, so that actually fits. By rounding corner, that's our need. So basically that's another thing that we need. So actually it provides a way to do that. And corner radii, basically how much radius we want. So gonna select that one because that fits our need, and we're gonna simply say we want rect, and we have corners, so we're gonna provide you that. And for the radius, we're gonna say it's gonna be CG size, width and height. So we're gonna say width is radius and height is radius. Okay, and now we're simply gonna return this path inside a path dot cg float. No, cg path, not cg float. Okay, all right, that's all. I mean, we don't need anything else. This is our corner radius. Okay, so how can we make it a view modifier? Well, it's simple. Just extend the view, and it's gonna appear as the view modifier. So corner radius 1. We're gonna say it doesn't require first parameter labeling, and takes radius of type cg float and corners of type UI rect corner. Okay, and some view. It is going to return some view. We're gonna say clip shape. Now we're gonna clip the shape for rounded corner 1. Let's use. In case you're wondering what rounded corner is, that was the example that I was showing you before starting the video. That's why it keeps prompting that there is another one. So anyways, so we're gonna say whatever radius and corners we get, apply those for the rounded corner, and we get a clipped path, a UI Bezier path for that, and we clip the shape to that Bezier path. All right, so this is your modifier. Okay, so next is pure for the demo purposes, how to use this shape and this modifier, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first create a few state properties. All right, so I'm gonna paste it 4 times. So I'm gonna say top right, bottom left, and bottom right. All right, now we're gonna create our view. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a v stack, and let's give it a spacing of 20 points. Okay, then we're gonna have a h stack. Okay, this is where our sliders are gonna go, so I'm gonna have spacing here as well for about 30 points. Okay, now we need the sliders. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a utility that actually displays, or a function that displays a slider and a text. I'm going to return that as a view. So function slider with label. It takes a text of string type and binding of type cg float. This returns some view, and there's a v stack right here with text, not the text, but the text view, and you want to display a slider here with value in. So value is going to be our binding, and in is basically the range that we're gonna say. So I want to provide basically this corner radius to have radius value between 0 and 50. Okay, so that's our utility, and we're gonna use that. So slider with label, and my first label is top left, and the binding is top left. Okay, second one is top right, top right. Okay, next I'm going to display a text here, so let's display dev techie, and make this bold, give it a frame with width of 200, height of 100, and alignment default. Background. So here where we're gonna apply our corner radius. Okay, so we're gonna say we want corner radius to be top left, on top left. Okay, All right, so I paste it 4 times because we're gonna have 4 controls that are gonna control these 4 values. So top right, right. So top right, okay, and bottom left and bottom right. Okay, so bottom left, bottom right, like so. And for foreground color, we're gonna say it's white. Okay. Now we're gonna have another edge stack that's gonna display 2 more sliders. Slider with label, and this is gonna be bottom left, bottom right. Okay, and let's give this whole thing a little bit of padding, and we are done. Okay, so let's go ahead and build, and basically there we go. So we have our text or our view ready, okay, and our this text ready for the corner radiuses to apply. So I'm gonna use this to change the radius, and I want to only set these two. So as you can see, it's actually applying all the effects that we need, right? And this is how you can create your own custom view or custom view extension that can basically apply the corner radius to any corner that you may need to apply. Okay, all right. So once again, thanks again for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I will see you guys in another video. Thank you.